Welcome, Gemini. This is Kathy from Tarot Mia's Story. Uh, Welcome to your Steam Prosperity reading. I was playing music and videos while I was doing these, and I literally fell asleep mid-reading. So I was really enjoying the music. It was just so beautiful, but I guess I'm just not sleeping enough. So what we have, we're starting with the Energy Oracle cards. And we got rest and rejuvenation. God, I think I'm doing this. Spirit knows this is for you. So, but we almost need this. Can you see that? Beautiful card. So, I'll read you what that's all about. And relaxation and meditation. When the card is reversed, it can portend a time of bustling activity and seemingly unending business. You may be required to take more action concerning a project or situation. Or you allow yourself to do what's needed, but always remember to schedule some leisure time for yourself. When you hurry through life without a break, it fragments your energy and creates an abusive life force. An abusive life force? Abrasive. An abrasive life force, causing potential frustration in all sorts of ways. Yeah. Be careful not to let endless tasks take you away from yourself. The have to, quote unquote, items on your list may be calling you, but this card reverse is telling you take the time to meditate, rest, and relax. And there's an exclamation point. Do you see that? There's an affirmation here. I make relaxation a part of my daily life. Peace and quiet bring me clarity and joy. Well, that's a very important message, really, for all of us. There's one of my favorite quotes of One of my favorite quotes from Saint Francis of Assisi is, "Do what is necessary, then do what is possible, and suddenly you are doing the impossible." And that is so true and so important when we are in a situation in our life where we're just going task crazy. And C.G. Jung talked about Americans being so focused on just moving at a frenetic pace that just we're frantic all the time, and that it could be the destruction of our race if we don't learn to calm down, to find peace. And I think that card is telling you and all of us, this is so important to take the time. And when I do these readings, I apply every one of them to me. Certainly, certain parts of these readings are definitely about me too. And this card could easily be at the center of my reading today, just because, finding peace, finding your center, finding that wonderful, peaceful place to come to. And no matter what's happening in your life, if you put out you're really putting out an effort, you're doing everything you need to do, it will work out. And sometimes not in the way we thought it should, but it will work out for our best concern. One of the biggest disasters in my life is the best thing that ever happened to me. And when it first started happening, I thought, oh my God, this is so wonderful. And it was. But then there were aspects that were scary and difficult, but I made it, and it's okay. You do make it. You do make it. So this is the way I've been laying out the cards. The Spirit is telling me how to lay out the cards. I want to say that, and I'm saying this in the beginning of all readings, I've been getting hit up for free readings, and Spirit said, no, don't do it. It's important that you get paid for these. Okay, so I'm thinking, Spirit thinks I need to be paid for this. And there are people, I started with the haters, and now I got the the freeloaders, And if I wasn't supposed to get paid for these readings, the readings wouldn't resonate with anybody, you know? Because I know when I can't do a good reading. Because I can lay out the cards. If I'm too distracted or disturbed about something or too tired is the big thing. Because you know I can focus on this and do it anytime. But that's when I'm really tired. When I'm really tired, I'll lay out the cards and it's a mess. And I look at the cards and it's I'm not hearing anything. And it's just like I could lay the whole deck on the table and still come up with nothing. And if I'm not supposed to be doing this, if I'm not supposed to be getting paid for this, if spirit, because there's value in this, there's energy. Money is an exchange of energy. These readings are an exchange of positive energy or helpful, hopefully helpful, positive energy in your direction, hoping, trying to, open some doors, make things a little clearer for you. And, so it's all an exchange of energy, and money is an exchange of energy. And the key to an exchange of energy, put out energy. Like here we have the Ace of Pentacles reversed. This is a big financial card. A big change with money coming. One big giant pentacle there. And it's reversed. And that reversed pentacle is what's keeping you from doing your meditation. So you're worried about money, I would say. That seems pretty clear. Anyway, Spirit, I did a free reading for someone. Spirit said, don't do it. And I did it anyway. And I just did it over the phone and emailed the messages. And this person kept sending me messages back. Oh, could you do more? Did you do another reading on this? Could you do another reading on that person? Could you? And, it was like, I knew I shouldn't have done that. I knew I shouldn't have done that. And Spirit told me not to. Yet, Spirit made it possible to read the cards. They just wanted me to see what a mess it would be doing the free reading. And so these readings require meditation. They require, when I do private readings, I meditate first. I connect with your guides. And your guides come through me and talk to me, and I hear them as clearly as I hear anybody talking. And the personal readings have to be done in a professional way, focused on just you. And people just want me to answer little questions. Here, could you just tell me about this, or could you do, it's like, stop. We can't do that. Okay, so this is the. Okay, sorry. Anyway, I'm just telling everybody that please do not hit me up for free readings. There's a lot more to this than most people think. I just don't sit here and throw out cards, and it's not a party trick. This is not a party trick. So, a clarifier on this is the clarifier on your Ace of Pentacles. The Four of Cups. Well, this is either the Wish card or the Daydreamy card. In this case, it's the Daydreamy card. Well, let's try another. Let's do one more clarifier. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, okay. So we got the Moon reversed. So this is all about fears and something negative, something deceptive. So I asked for a clarifier on this because I heard what Spirit said, but I didn't want to say it out loud. So you're wishing, you're dreaming, you're wishing about, you're daydreaming and wishing about something, and you're not taking the action necessary to turn this card right side up. And you're off in your head somewhere. What you need to do is you need to meditate, to clear your head away, to be clear and focused, because you've got some deceptive ideas floating around in there that aren't helping you. Okay, and it's more like you're daydreaming. This isn't meditating, and in this case, it's not the Wish card. It's kind of like off into daydream land and not really getting the point. There's something you're missing and you're hearing incorrectly. Meditation will straighten it out. That is what Spirit just said. Okay, so I guess I should show you these We have the Ten of Cups, the Happy Family card reversed. Somebody's not so happy. We have another Wish card, and it's reversed. And it's also, I call the ADD card. Don't let yourself get distracted with too many ideas, which what this card is, distracted ideas. Here's the Hermit reversed. Not only do you need to meditate, here's another meditation card. Let's do a clarifier, because that card can be a card of action, but this card's more often to the future. Or, coming soon, to a theater near you. No, sorry about that. Knight of Cups, this is a message. Could be a message of love from a loved one, or a message from a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. And let me see what we have. Gemini you're an air sign, so I don't see anything. The air sign. Okay, Spirit, clarifier on. Well, let's do the Ten of Cups. Okay, look at that. Came right out. And we have another message. A messenger, a message. Okay, but what is the message? Okay, so we have the unhappy family situation happening here. And that's moving into the past, but it has to do with a message about planning. This is the reverse. This is right side up. This is the Fool is a new beginning. This is the Page of Cups, by the way. The Fool is the new beginning, a new beginning. It's a big new beginning. It's the 0 card at the beginning of the Major Arcana deck. When it's reversed, it's about think about what you're doing. Okay, there's something you're doing. See, this card is telling you, and they're not happy with you because it's reversed. And they're telling you, you got to think about what you're doing. Plan this better. Make better choices, because this reversed is don't do anything foolishly. That's what that's about. Okay, and so this card is what we're going to do to clarify. The Seven of Cups. That is. It can be a card of a whole lot of choices, but reversed like that, it's not a wish card. It's a card about getting lost in those choices. And here we have a Three of Cups. Okay, hopefully you're not trying to choose between having an affair or anything. Let me see. Oh, God. And we have the Hierophant reversed. So this is about the institution of marriage. And the card reversed can be divorce, can be a marriage threat, that is threatened. And we have the card here of the three-way card that maybe that you're trying to choose between somebody else. And we have the Four of Swords, taking a rest after a battle, and then it's reversed. So, you're taking a rest after a battle. There's still more fighting to do because there's a sword right here, and then it's reversed, which means you need to take action now. You've had your rest, so you get meditate, rest, time to. So you're getting all these cards that are about resting and meditating, but it's like some of these meditations, this rest period isn't being used in the proper way. Like you're taking time off, but you're using it recklessly. Okay, that's what I'm hearing. So let's do a clarifier on the Hermit, which is a card of meditation. And I have a feeling it's not... Okay, we got the Death card, which means there's going to be a big change, which is good. That's good. You don't want that reversed. And then there's the Three of Wands. Here you're waiting for your ship to come in, but it's also the full expression of the suit of Wands, which is about creativity. So, this card can mean what? It could mean that you're not using your time well with meditating. And it could also mean that it's time to take action. And it may be... See here, this card is a waiting card. And this card's a big change. A change is coming, which is good. Right side up is good. So I think we got another hey, you're not meditating. Meditate card. You need to be... See... we have, this is like bad plans, bad plans. Somebody advising you, think carefully about your plans. We go, you know, it's unfocused. Not, this is about not being focused like you need to be focused. You're distracted. This is probably cheating, marriage, time to take action. This is the marriage card reversed. Okay, like things not good happening. We have a lot of information here about you need to plan things carefully. You need to make your choices wisely. Okay, and you're waiting for something. You're waiting for something to happen. Okay, and there's going to be a big change. But in order for you to make the right choice, you need to spend some time meditating. And this is like the screaming at you to meditate. And here we got another screaming at you to meditate. And I have the feeling that this one here is not a take action card, but a screaming at you to think about what you're doing. Okay, so let's see what the message the Knight of Cups is about. Okay, so here's a very sharp, this is a Queen of Swords. It could be you, Gemini, because you're an air sign. This is can be a message, or it could be you. It could, she has the light on her forehead, the light on her sword. She is about the truth and communication and communicating the truth. It could be you communicating the truth. And this is a Knight of Cups, and this could be in a loving way. You're communicating the truth. And this might not be you who's having an affair or thinking about having an affair. It could be somebody else close to you. Hopefully not your husband or wife. Okay, this card is about you have the power. You have the tools. See? He has all the tools. The cups, the swords, the pentacles, the wand, the creativity. He's got it all. You have all of it to do what's necessary. And there's a message. Whether the message is coming from you to someone else or going out from you to someone else. But you have the power to straighten everything out. So whatever's going down, you have the power to make it right. Okay? And that's the message from Spirit. They've told me to put the cards down. No more cards. So, you know, because I could keep putting cards down, it would just make a mess. The message is on the table. It's fun as it is to play with the cards. I hope this was helpful, Gemini. This is Kathy from Tarot Me a Story, and you can get a private reading from me if that would be helpful. I hope this was helpful. I felt myself straining a message, like in the sense that, like, Spirit was like frustrated to try to get a point across to you. Because I'm not emotionally tied into these messages. And a lot of times I forget most of the readings, or I'll remember a particular sign is having issues, especially if people send me messages like, you know, like Capricorn. It's like, I get messages that I'm so tired of watching Capricorn, you know, because they're so, the messages are always negative. The readings are always negative. But they got a really good reading today, so. That's the scariest one for me to do is Capricorn, because it's just like, oh God, I don't want to tell these people one more dark message. But I'm not tied into these messages. I don't have an emotional connection. So when emotion comes through me, it's Spirit. It's not me. I'm just laying out the cards, listening. So thank you so much. Hope this was helpful. Oh, looks like you got another door to personal healing and happiness. How's that? Thank you.